Yeah, it's obviously a big game, but we're treating it like no other. We were a different team back then for sure. I would say that we've gotten better throughout the whole course of the year, and we were a little bit soft, fading away from the basket when we were shooting layups and things like that. So I think we've gotten a lot better at that already, and I think that's one thing that, looking into the game again, like I said, we've gotten better at it, but we're going to do better at it in that game.
How big of a deal is it to have Natalie for this one? You guys have done well when key injuries have hit, but how big is that to have her for this one?
Yeah, she's a key part of our offense and our defense and key player on our team, so I think it's going to be great to have her back for this game for sure.
Maddy, what's this year been like for you, just personally? Like, you go through the injury, you're coming off the bench, you're still playing starter minutes, but what's this year been like in your perspective for you?
Never thought I was going to get hurt my senior year, for sure. I mean, nobody expects an injury, but just enjoying what I have left in my time here, and that's about it. I mean, just enjoying the ride.
What do you mean for you to get your second Horizon League honors for Player of the Week?
It's an individual accolade. I think I wouldn't be able to do it without my teammates. So, I mean, it's a great award and great to have it, but also just wouldn't be able to do it without my teammates.
Speaking of individual accolades, getting 1,000 points is always kind of a really special thing. When you got here, was that even on your mind to hit a milestone like that?
No, I don't think anything like that is necessarily on your mind, especially when you come in as a freshman. You're trying to just figure out your way and figure out how you fit in and where you fit in where. So, yeah, like you're saying, it's a great accomplishment, but as I said, you wouldn't be able to do it without the people out there on the floor with you.
Are you 100% now with the wrist, or are you still kind of working your way back?
Nope, I'm 100%.
December 7th feels like a long time ago. And I think the encouraging part and what we've been continuing to tell our team is we have improved so much since then. And we in my opinion, look like a very different team in the best way. So what do we have to improve? I think a lot of things. I think we're doing a lot of things more efficiently now. We're scoring it better. We're shooting it better. I just think that they were physical at times with us. We didn't handle that well. And we continued to see the physicality throughout the rest of conference play. And now I don't know that that'll rattle us as much. I think there's a lot of things we have more experience in. And but we certainly need to finish around the rim better. I think that was one of the bigger takeaways after rewatching it, that we wish you capitalized on one more layup and you're in a different position today.
How big is it? You never made an excuse when Maddy was out, but to not have your leading scorer, one of your best scorers in Natalie that game, how big her what's that perhaps?
Well, yeah, Nat is such a big presence for us and obviously leading us in scoring and it's just so different than all the rest of our players. She just loves the mid-range shot and she's so athletic and can get to the rim and her defensive presence has really improved this year and just love the defensive intensity that she plays with. And she's a leader and an emotional leader at that. So when you don't have one of your biggest pieces on the floor, you look different. And I think there were just times, especially going back and watching it, that we needed a bucket. We needed somebody to step up and go make a play. And I think it's safe to say that Nat has been one of those few players that have done that for us all year long, time after time. So, yeah, we certainly missed her. We don't use that as an excuse. I mean, looking back, we had a lot of opportunities to still go and get the win despite not having her. But certainly you want to be full strength. And now that we have her back for this game, and of course we have Maddy back now, you just feel like you're going in with the best situation possible.
How awesome will it be just to honor the seniors on Saturday and for what they gave this program, and you've been with them for a year, just how special this group is.
Yeah, well, I don't know. There's not really a lot of words to be able to describe them because they've been so amazing to this program. There's 7 of them, one of which just joined this year, of course, but the other 6 that have been here a long time and have just given so much to this program and have shown up every day and put in the work. And some of them played early on in their careers and some of them didn't. And some of them battled injuries and were out for long stretches. And everyone has their own different story. But I think it's going to be an amazing thing on Saturday to be able to put it all out on the floor and do that for each other one last time for them in the regular season. They've meant so much to this program. And we've got 4 1,000-point scorers on the floor right now with another one getting closer. And you can just tell that the experience and the time that they've spent here has left a huge impact on this program for years to come.
When you look the top scorers in the Horizon League, every time you've played them, you've held them under their average, some significantly, but that one game against Purdue Fort Wayne with Ross, she did have a good game, I think 25 points.
Okay.
8 for 11.
Yeah.
Do you kind of try to focus a defensive plan on stopping the opponent's best player, or does that just kind of happen that you guys are so good against them usually?
Well, our defensive game plan always takes a look at who we need to stop first and foremost. So I think that our players, now that they know the league and they've certainly played everybody already twice except for one team, they starting to get to know each other really well. And I think that it's an extra sense of pride that they take to really hold down the other team's best players. So it's not something that we did the first time around. We just let her get loose a few too many times. And she's a great player. She's a great shooter. And we just gave her too many open looks and got her feeling really good. And then obviously she didn't miss one from 3. So it's something that we've got to clamp down on. I think, again, there's another area that we've grown in, and we've continued to hold down not only the teams, but other teams' best players, and said, okay, well, there's got to be some other way that you're going to have to beat us, because we're going to really lock down on certain people. So with such a mature group, there's not much that you really have to say with that. You just continue to emphasize it the way you've been doing with everybody else. But she's certainly a player that we're going to have to slow down.
It's kind of obvious, but to have this game at home in front of such a large crowd, how big of an advantage is that for you guys?
Well, we feel like we're in a great situation, right? And we had no control over it. It's just what we're given by the league as far as schedules go. But yeah, we always feel like we're really well equipped to play at home and have a whole bunch of people behind us and creating a lot of noise. And certainly you're always more comfortable at home. And I think that that's just going to be a great thing for us. It's going to be a great thing for our community and for our university to pack this place. I think we're getting closer to selling this thing out. And I think that that is going to say a lot just about our community and our program, that they show up for us when we really need them to. They've been doing that all year long, but to come in waves and to fill this place up for a really big game is an amazing thing. And it's something we don't take for granted.
I know you probably, obviously, everything relies on the tournament, but getting this win and ending the regular season the way you wanted to, like, how big would that be for this group heading into the tournament?
Yeah, well, I think playing the way that you're capable of playing on Saturday and playing to the best of our abilities and coming out with a win would be ideal going into the tournament. Why? Because you feel like you emotionally have set yourself up for we're continuing to trend upwards and we're continuing to improve, and you want to just have momentum going into the conference tournament. So that, I think, first and foremost. Of course, there's a lot more to it, and leaving a lot of history behind, and that's all good stuff. We don't talk about any of that. I think you can make it a bigger deal than it is sometimes by adding all of that. Our players know. They've been in this situation before. So, of course, as a coach and as a competitor, even as a player, you always want more. You always want the most that you can get, and so we're going to go out and do that on Saturday.